What's going on, moviegoers? If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian. Welcome to SeaWorld Productions. You guys, we got some massive topics to talk about in today's video. I am so overly, extremely hyped about these topics, you guys. We're talking Avengers The Kang Dynasty, and we're talking castings for the Fantastic Four. Right off the bat, you guys, let's just dive deep into it. So Pedro Pascal is in talks to star in the Fantastic Four film directed by Matt Shakman alongside Vanessa Kirby as Mr. Fantastic, you guys. Reed Richards, America's daddy, you guys. Pedro Pascal, one of the hottest actors on the planet right now. I mean, he was just in The Last of Us Season 1. And we all know how wonderful that entire season was. He's going to be in Gladiator 2. He is extremely popular right now, you guys. And for him to land a role in the Fantastic Four would be so extremely huge. Personally, I love it. I wouldn't mind it. I could definitely see Pedro Pascal, give him the beard, give him the white spots on the hair. Absolutely. It would look so dope. And him and Vanessa Kirby would be a power couple within the MCU. And I think it would be a wonderful idea to cast, Pedro Pascal. I guess it's just all on his terms as of right now. Because I know he's extremely busy. He's shooting The Last of Us Season 2, I believe, in January. And he still has to shoot his scenes for Gladiator 2. So it's like, where does this guy have time to shoot the Fantastic Four, which is supposed to start shooting in spring? So who knows if he's going to sign on to the role? I think it would be a missed opportunity for him not to sign on. Yes, he was in the DC universe, you guys. He was in Wonder Woman 1984, but we're not talking about that movie. We're absolutely not going to talk about Wonder Woman 1984. It was bad. But this is dope. I mean, like I said, it caught me by surprise. I was like, no freaking way. That would be dope. And apparently, the other members of the family have already been casted. And these reports have been around for the last couple months about like Evan Moss from The Bear is going to be playing Ben Grimm the Thing, or Joseph Quinn from Stranger Things is going to be playing Human Torch. They're just waiting on Mr. Fantastic. So whenever he officially decides to sign that contract, boy, oh boy, you guys, the hype is going to be so massive, huge. But the bigger question is, why have so many lead actors have passed on the role for Reed Richards? Well, according to these reports, you guys, apparently they're not okay with being secondary to Susan Storm, because we all know that the Fantastic Four film that Matt Shakman is creating is going to have Susan Storm be the lead of the film. So Reed Richards essentially isn't going to be the leader. He's going to be like the secondary character. So it's interesting, and I can understand why some of the actors, some of the big tentpole actors, they're like, nah, I'm good off that. I don't want that. And apparently, money-wise has been an issue as well. Like Adam Driver wanted much more money, but they weren't willing to offer him the money. Hey, can you go sit down? So it's very interesting, you guys. It's crazy. But all in all, I'm excited. But other than that, you guys, Javier Bardem apparently is in talks to be playing Galactus in the Fantastic Four. I was like, Javier Bardem, don't waste him on Galactus. Give him Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom. I mean, why not? Oh my God. Can you imagine Pedro Pascal and Javier Bardem as Dr. Doom and Mr. Fantastic? It would be perfect. It would be amazing. And I know that there were still those reports of Antonio Banderas, were rumored to be playing, a Galactus, which is, it's kind of odd to me. I think it's a very random casting, especially somebody like Antonio Banderas. But I'm like, dude, Javier Bardem, if you can land him to play Doom, I mean, if he can't get Doom, cool, but Galactus would be dope as well. He's still, the fact that we have Celestials now and they can fully do, Galactus, he's not some cloud like they did in the Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer. My God, it is going to be amazing seeing Galactus done right, you guys. The Herald, oh my God, that is Silver Surfer. The possibilities in this Fantastic Four movie, you guys, has me that more excited. I cannot wait. Look, if everything goes to plan, if everything goes right, we could see Pedro Pascal's Reed Richards interacting with Tenoch Huerta's Namor from Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And boy, oh boy, you guys, that's what I want to see. And it's going to be some kind of love triangle between Susan Storm, and Namor and Mr. Fantastic. And I think it's a brilliant idea. I don't know if Tendel Chikorita is still under those legal problems he had, you know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that particular character moving forward. But I would definitely want to see more of Namor because he was such a highlight in Wakanda Forever, you guys. But it is extremely exciting. Once it is official, you guys, I will give you that full breakdown video of the official casting of the Fantastic Four. Hopefully by the end of the week, he will sign on to the contract. But as of right now, you guys, he is still in talks. Moving on to the next topic, you guys, we got to talk about. This is a big one. Destin Daniel Cretton, you guys, the director of Shang-Chi. He was slated to be directing the next big Avengers movies, The Kang Dynasty. Apparently, as of yesterday, he has pulled out. He is no longer he's no longer directing The Kang Dynasty. A lot of fans are worried, like, what? First, you already pulled Jeff Loveness, the writer of that movie. And apparently, the reason why Jeff Loveness got pulled is because he was told they are no longer doing the Kang storyline. So if you're pulling the writer, then you're pulling the director. Are you telling me that the Kang Dynasty film just might not happen? It's a possibility. There are rumors that they want to move away from Kang because of the reception from Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. A lot of people aren't hyped for Kang being the next big bad villain. He has some big shoes to fill, of that being Thanos. So I understand that. He Who Remains and Kang the Conqueror are two very different characters. Jonathan Majors did a wonder performance in the Loki series. He was great. He was menacing. And then we got him in, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Yeah, he was a highlight of the movie, but he got beat by ants. Come on now. You can't. That was the dumbest decision ever. The dumbest decision. I don't know why they decided to do that, but it hurt the character. It hurt the threat. It hurt your next big bad in the MCU. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens. What if they just fully scrap that film? And they just say, we're just going to do, Avengers Secret Wars, and that's it. But you guys, I have something better. What if they decided to do Avengers versus the X-Men? The X-Men are already coming into the MCU very fast. Deadpool 3 is headed our way next July. We just got Beast in a post-credit scene for the Marvels. I would go crazy if we saw an X-Men versus the Avengers. And then after that, you can lead into your Legacy Secret Wars movie. That would be a banger, you guys. That would be absolutely dope. It's a possibility. I wouldn't leave anything off the table. I don't think they would replace Kang Dynasty with Young Avengers. I think that would be an incredibly terrible mistake because you still have to establish your core Avengers. Who is on the Avengers team right now? Is Captain America even around? Why isn't Anthony Mackie's Captain America making, these cameo appearances? I don't get it. Let him establish himself as Captain America without the MCU. Leave some breadcrumbs. It's incredibly frustrating with that. I like the fact that we don't have an Avengers lineup right now is ridiculous, you guys. But Destin, is still sticking around Marvel. He's confirmed to be directing the sequel to Shang-Chi whenever that decides to come out, and he is still doing the Wonder Man series. But not only that, you guys, Wonder Man will join Marvel's Spotlight under their banner. And what this interesting article from Deadline said, you guys, I was like, whoa. So Marvel Spotlight shows that are standalone series that are not part of the greater MCU. So I was like, well, Echo's not going to be part of the greater MCU. Wonder Man's not going to be part of the greater. So these are kind of like, these short spin-off series that are going to be under the Marvel Spotlight banner that are much more darker and, grittier in tone that could possibly have the R rating. I was like, shit, throw Blade in there. And all honesty, I don't need Blade to interact with the Avengers. I don't. I want Blade to be his own character in his own universe. That may sound selfish to me, but that's what I want to see. He thrived best in that first Blade movie, not having all the continuity stuff, because it's gonna bring in so many issues, like bringing in Dane Whitman from the Eternals. I don't want to see that shit. Like, just give me a solid Blade movie that's R-rated, that has some very graphic and kills and just awesome fights. That's what I want to see. Throw Blade under that Marvel Spotlight banner. Why not, you guys? I don't need to see him in the greater picture. I don't need to see Blade interact with Spider-Man. Honestly, I don't. It would be cool, but Spider-Man's a PG-13 character. You know what I'm talking about? Blade is R-rated, maybe Deadpool, maybe Deadpool, and potentially a new version of Morbius, you know, written by Marvel Studios and not Sony. But this is interesting, man. I mean, with all this news coming out yesterday, it has me that much more excited. You know, I don't think that, you know, Destin leaving Avengers The Kang Dynasty is a bad thing. I really don't. You know, it's good that Marvel is sitting back, looking at the table, reevaluating everything, and it's like, okay, let's scale back, let's pull back, let's reevaluate all that we have on this table. What needs to be reworked? What needs reshoots? We are done putting out mediocre stuff. We are Marvel Studios. Let me hear it. We are Marvel Studios. Phases 1, 2, and 3 prove it. The Infinity Saga made billions and left an impact on a generation. I think it's a good idea. I'm excited. Pedro Pascal, America's daddy, as Reed Richards, you guys. Javier Bardem, possibly as Galactus, who should be Dr. Doom. My God. And Avengers versus X-Men? Absolutely. Absolutely. That lineup would be a banger. Oh my God. I'm going full-blown X-Men, you guys. I'm sorry, but this new cast of the Avengers don't really have the love and support like the original, because we don't know who the Avengers are right now. That's just facts. But push your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think about today's news. And boy, oh boy, it's exciting. Do you like Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, a.k.a. Mr. Fantastic? Or who else would you want for the role? Jonathan Krasinski? Still, I think it's a missed opportunity. Push your comments down below and let me know what you guys think. Peace.